Despite having covered this subject previously, the intent of this playlist and series is to summarize what all we know in a short video that is easier to consume and share with those who are interested, as I know full well many viewers are unfamiliar with the body of this channel's work, or the topic in general. My plan is to remove some of my earliest work and repolish it a bit, not only because my editing skills have improved since then, but because new information has come to light that requires updates. Next in this series of the mudras and symbolism of your occult entertainment industry is the Leopard print, which if you become involved in this research for any length of time, you'll notice fairly quickly. Almost all of the women of Hollywood and Motown can be found in this clothing, and many of the men can be as well. There are two roads of investigation to look at. The first takes us to ancient Egypt, where the Sem priests of Memphis would, during their rituals, wear leopard skins as part of their ceremonial garb. If you've paid attention to their symbolism and beliefs by now, then you know very well that Hollywood is fascinated with Babylon and Egypt, and much of the occult practices they involve themselves in reflect that. The leopard skin was also a very prized possession, fit only really for royalty and the very wealthy, because it was a very hard thing to find. So at this point in the explanation, it might be twofold. They could be alluding to their priestly status in the mystery schools, or they could be alluding to the idea that they are royalty, because after all, doesn't society often treat them as such? It's also interesting to note that to the ancient Egyptians, the spots on the leopard's skin represented the stars in the sky. And so isn't it very interesting that we refer to these celebrities as stars? Beyond all of this, there is also something called beta sex kitten programming that is known of in the research literature, where in the occult, children are subjected to sexual imprinting with this leopard print as part of it, a process which involves ritual torture and splitting the personality into multiple personalities. Now, from a Christian perspective, which is something I certainly hold to, I don't believe that these fractured psyches are personalities as we would understand them. I believe they're demons, and there's much to suggest that because of the ritual nature of what is done to these people, that indeed demons are invited in the process. It's a sick and twisted topic, but I do encourage everyone to look into it in more depth on your own. Just be prepared to be a bit appalled at what you will find. This, in conjunction with the other parts of the series like the one done previously on the significance of the butterfly to these people, seems to point at the heart of how these bloodlines thrive and continue on, as the programming starts at a time when one isn't even making a conscious choice. You can even find references to the leopard print in music in reference to the devil, especially in the lyrics of a band called Suicide Boys, seen here. This group is demonic to the core, and they promote a steady diet of suicidal and satanic lyrics. It also seems to be associated, again, with Thelema, the system of magic developed by ceremonial magician Aleister Crowley. I found reference to this in a book titled Thelemic Alchemy Part 1 by Frater Serpentis Satori. It refers to a second alchemical stone as Sol, the sun god. On page 76, and you can look at this and Google it yourselves, it states, "Gigantic is his stature, and he hath a urious crown, which is serpentine, and the leopard's skin. And in the palm of the right hand is a circle, not only royal, Egyptian, and solar." The text continues on, but that is the relevant text here to share with you, as it seems to be suggesting that this leopard skin is associated with the sun god, and that the historical perspective we started with here seems entirely relevant, being that it is Egyptian and associated with royalty. While this is speculation on my part, perhaps the leopard print is used in the sexual imprinting because the children are often offered as brides of Satan, something we hear from the testimonies of those who have endured satanic ritual abuse. That about summarizes what we've set out to do here in this video. For more photos of the leopard print theme this video is covered, please see the Pinterest board linked to in the description, and also consider subscribing to my backup channel, also linked to in the description. Until next time, God bless each and every one of you in the mighty name of Jesus Christ.